The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by Evans & Evans Real Estate.
Once again, it is time for Real Estate Today by Evans & Evans Real Estate, and we're here in the great outdoors today, and I'm joined by Dylan Holly with Evans & Evans. And Dylan, you know, we're sitting here on a beautiful piece of property that slopes all the way down to Boone Lake here, and you know, you got to take into account the topography of the land when you're going to build a home.
Oh, absolutely. That's the biggest thing that you want to make sure, whatever it is that you're thinking about building, you need to be thinking about the land that you're going to build it on, because a lot of times, like this lot that's right here behind us, it falls off in the back. It wouldn't be a great lot for a crawl space or a slab top home. It's going to have a basement. So those are things that you've got to take into account whenever you're thinking about building that forever home, that dream home. Hey, with what I'm wanting to build, will it work with the land that I'm looking at? So just two key components that you've got to take into account whenever you're thinking about building a home.
And you know, we've talked about this before, but it's more important sometimes to build up than it is to build out.
Absolutely. Whenever you can keep that home more narrow and go up or down, especially like on a lake lot, you want to do that. A lot of these lake homes that you'll see in and around Boone Lake, you drive by the front and you're just like, man, this isn't a very big home. But then whenever you're on the lake looking up, it's like, wow, this is huge. It's because they went down and up and really took advantage of the way that the land lays. That's a beautiful thing about East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, is you can get a lot of house in on a small piece of land because you can really get in that square footage in your basement.
And you know, when we take a look at the lake back here, and it's kind of down right now because of the time of the year that we're in, but it will be up. Is there anything you need to take into consideration with building on a lake lot?
Absolutely. There are a few key components that the TVA does regulate on where you have to build, and all those sort of things goes in. The good thing about Grand Harbor here is they've already done a lot of the work for you ahead of time. So if you're interested in this lot or a lot in a subdivision that's already been developed, they'll help you with that, versus if you find a piece of raw land on a lake. One good thing to also take into account is also your dock. That's a big component about building on Boone Lake. You want to make sure that you can get your dock on the property so you can have access. And that's also something to think about. Hey, how am I going to access my house to the dock? There's a lot of people on Boone Lake that has walking trails, they have decks, they have boat elevate. I mean, they have the sky's the limit, really, Chris, on what you want to do out here on Boone Lake. But the possibilities are here, and it's a great lot. And really, the sky's the limit. I say that a lot of times because on Boone Lake, there's a lot of beautiful property. It's a beautiful lake, and not to mention the lake's back, right? Oh, yeah. The TVA's done an incredible job.
There's more water out there now than there was before, and there's going to be a lot more this summer.
Right. So especially if you're thinking about getting in on a lake lot, you want to buy it right now before peak season. Because those lots will get eat up very quick.
Well, let's don't talk too much about this piece of property, because we're going to come back out here in just a few moments here to Grand Harbor and take a look at this beautiful piece of property. Plenty of lake frontage down there. We're going to tell you all about it as part of Real Estate Today by Evans & Evans Real Estate.
The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by Evans & Evans Real Estate.